After 25 hours of testimony, a grand jury decides it will not indict a Fort Worth police officer. That officer fatally shot 72-year-old Jerry Waller, a grandfather who was standing in his garage when police responded to a burglary last May and then went to the wrong house. JLA's Todd Unger joins us live with more on the grand jury's decision. Todd?
Yeah, you're right. That decision coming down just a few hours ago, and we're here in the Wallers neighborhood. Really, this is a troubling decision for them and for a lot of folks who live here. There's been so many questions since that May night about how this 72-year-old could end up dead in his own garage. Here's what happened on that night. Let's run through it one more time for you. Essentially, two officers were responding to a burglary call here off Woodhaven Drive. And they ended up going to the wrong house. They ended up at the Waller's house. Mr. Waller, thinking that burglars himself were in his backyard, according to his wife, who talked with us at the time, came downstairs, went into the garage with a handgun. He opened the garage door, and from there is where things kind of get murky. What we do know is that Mr. Waller was shot 7 or 8 times. He did die there. The two officers involved, only Officer Richard Hepner, he was the one who was no-billed today with this grand jury decision. The Tarrant County DA's office presented its case to the grand jury. They told us in a statement that they actually had over 25 hours of testimony. That grand jury was in there for 4 days, but this afternoon decided ultimately to not move ahead with a case of any kind. I can tell you that right now my colleague Jim Douglas is talking with the Fort Worth police chief. We also are expected to hear from Officer Hepner's attorney. We did stop by the Waller's home just a short time ago. They are not commenting any further at this point, although down the line we probably will hear from them. As for a lawsuit, something of that nature, that has not happened yet, but an investigation had to be finished before essentially they said they could move through on that front. We'll have much more on this story tonight, live at 5, 6, and 10. We're live in Fort Worth. Todd Unger, Channel 8 News.